the sarcophagus of the Egyptian Pharaoh Seti I, who died in 1279 BC. Upon his death, he was interred in a lavish tomb in the Valley of the Kings, within which this sarcophagus, containing his coffin and mummy, was originally housed. The sarcophagus is carved from alabaster, a pearly translucent stone that was highly valued by the Egyptians. Across its surface, both inside and outside, are carved in hieroglyphs an Egyptian text known today as the Book of the Gates, a series of spells and rituals that the dead pharaoh would need to safely pass through the underworld and reach the afterlife. Inside, across the bottom of the sarcophagus, is the elegantly drawn figure of Nut, goddess of the sky, whose role was to guide and protect the dead. Today, the sarcophagus is located in the sepulchral chamber in the basement of the Sir John Soanes Museum in London. But how did it get there? Well, it was discovered in 1817 by the Italian explorer Giovanni Battista Belzoni. He was formerly a circus strongman and an irrigation engineer, and became a charismatic archaeologist, leading a series of expeditions in Egypt, the most successful of which was his discovery of the tomb of Seti I in the Valley of the Kings. Belzoni had planned to sell the sarcophagus to the British Museum, who declined to pay the £2,000 price, and so Sir John Soane, greatly interested in ancient artifacts, acted quickly and purchased the sarcophagus for his own collection.
Snap that up. Real estate. Interesting. I need to go to this John's.
This is how to avoid the crowds at the Giza pyramids in Egypt. Part 2. Head over to an area called Dashur and visit the Bent Pyramid. But a word of warning, it is not for the faint of hearted.
It's not.
Although there's hardly any people there and no sellers, and it's an amazing environment, and it's a very, very interesting pyramid. If you're going to head inside the pyramid, I warn you now.
This was the first pyramid in Egypt that I visited myself, and they warned us, our tour guide warned us at the time. He said, I've seen athletes try to attempt to go in and out of this pyramid and struggled. So it's not for the faint of heart. It will test you, like physically. And he was not lying. It was incredibly tough.
It is one of the hardest pyramids to explore in all of Egypt. It's super tight, very little air, and there's a lot of crawling and nooks and crannies to get in and out of. The shaft to enter the pyramid is 85 meters long, and it's on a...
Also, when you get, it's not just like an entrance into the pyramid. You have to go down for a very long time. And also, it's 3 foot by 3 foot, granite tube that you're traveling down. You cannot stand up. You kind of have to crawl on your hands and knees down and up. They've put a little handrail in, so it's a little bit easier, but it's very physical. And when you go down, you then have to climb stairs, modern stairs that they've built to then go up, and you can go, there's just a lot of stairs and a lot of crawling, and it's very hot. And when you get to the final chamber in the middle of the pyramid, it's full of bats. They have a real bat problem in the pyramids in Egypt. The bats fly in and then they mate and make loads of baby bats, and then there's a whole bat problem there. Nobody told me about the bats because I wasn't a fan, to be honest, because where are you gonna run? You're in a 3 foot by 3 foot tunnel.
And it's on a 40% incline, which is super steep.
Okay.
There's also these really high wooden stairs to climb up and these really tight tunnels to crawl through, as you see here. As someone who is 6'2", I found it extremely challenging to get around.
Yeah.
Especially as I had just been in the Red Pyramid not long before that, and I was physically exhausted.
I also have claustrophobia, so it took everything in me to face that challenge. And some of the passages, they get real tight. It was really hard to fit an average sized human being through it, which again, my first experience with pyramid, I was this is a tomb. This is what they would drag a dead body through? How? How would you even get a procession of people? You can only go one by one. It's impossible to get 2 people side by side. How would you get a sarcophagus in? How would you get a mummified body that was rock hard and didn't bend around the corners? There was a whole lot of logistical problems came up when you're crawling through the pyramid, in my mind.
And yes, I just smashed my head in the ceiling. But if you're not going to head inside the pyramid itself and you're just going to explore the outside, well, it's still super interesting. It's interesting because the pyramid itself is unusual. Built at 2 different angles, 52 degrees followed by 42 degrees. And it's one of the only examples of the outer casing still remaining on a pyramid. And just for reference, this pyramid is older than the pyramids at Giza.
I don't think that the bent pyramid was a mistake. The like mainstream story about the bent pyramid is that they were trying to make like a regular shaped one, and when they got to the incline they realized that it was not going to work. Then why would you finish it? Why would you do the casing stones? That is so much. You would know from the beginning of the incline that it was wrong, and then you would go back, start again, readjust, or you would just stop building. So it just does not sit with me that the bent pyramid was a mistake in any which way, shape or form. It was designed like that, I think. Anyway,